Okay, this video is going to be two things. It's going to be short and it's going to be about crushes. I'm sure I don't have to provide a definition of what crushes are, but it's basically when little Timmy likes Sarah, but Sarah likes Johnny. And that cycle continues all the way from middle school to high school to college to everything else in life. Alright, so we're not going to be talking about any crushes. We're going to be talking about the most elite of childhood cartoon crushes. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about in quite a time, man. For the longest of times I've been wanting to talk about this. So we're going to be going from the worst to the best. Well, not really. More of the most knowns to the underrated gems. Think of this as something of a what are those things called? Iceberg. Yes, an iceberg list video. So, without further ado, let's begin with the tip of the iceberg, I guess. The best of the most knowns, I should say. So, to start us off, we got the undeniable Shigo from Kim Possible. She's mean, she's green, and she was the girl of every boy's dreams back in the day. Even Jack Harlow understands that Shigo is one of the best, and while this was Kim Possible's show, we all watched Kim Possible just for the one character, which was Shigo. Let's not lie now. It's just unfortunate that she was always in it for the bag. That's why she was always hanging around that blue monkey man villain thing. But otherwise, she could raise my daughters. And yeah, that's why she'd be on the top. Next, we got Gwen. No, not that Gwen. Yeah, this Gwen. Now, when the first episodes of Total Drama released, I really didn't think that I would like Gwen. But then, when more seasons and more episodes started to release, I started seeing how crazy batshit all the other characters were. Like, goddamn, look at this. What the hell? And then you eventually realize that Gwen is the only sensible character in this show, and compared to all the others, she's just the most sane and realistic.
What you got there, a journal?
Eat it.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's private, huh? I'm down with that, yeah. It's cool, bro.
What part of beat it don't you understand?
She also set the pinnacle of the emo girl look for me, if I must say. No other girl really did it better than her for me, and back then everyone was cosplaying as Gwen. You'd go to a local pick and pay and see a Gwen cosplayer buying a packet of noodles, but yeah, Gwen just made the show just a little bit more enjoyable. With Gwen, I also want to make a few quick mentions of the other animated emo aesthetic like girls. So we got Sam from Danny Phantom, that was a good one, a classic. Marceline, the Vampire Queen. Raven from Teen Titans Go, and the Ghost from Gumball. Now, let's get into the medium level, the middle. This is where we're gonna start putting our toes into the water, and the first of this section has gotta be Ty Lee.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Okay, I can already see the crowd gathering and the pitchforks rising, and from the distance I can hear, but what about Kitara, Azula, Suki, Yui? Yui? You mean the moon? And don't get me started on the Azula fans. Since when has crazy psycho energy been attractive? Look at her. She needs therapy. Her fans need therapy. Honestly, anyone that can admit to being an Azula fan in real life needs to be put in solitary confinement immediately. Oh, and Katara and Suki? Well, to be honest, Katara is kinda annoying, and Suki doesn't get enough screen time. I mean, the Cabbage Man has more screen time than Suki. Would I rather smash the Cabbage Man than Suki? That may be a question for another day. The only other girl that can stand close to Ty Lee is Asami, but that's a whole different show. Not too different, but kinda different. But Ty Lee, man, she's just so charming and sweet. She can do Cobra Kai. She has some emotional depth with her as well. And that beach episode. Whew, that beach episode. Yeah, but anyways, since we're on the topic of Avatar, I also have to mention Zuko would be best boy from that show as well. But that's Ty Lee. And next of this tier, in the middle, would have to be Jackie. Yeah, I know Jackie comes from a relatively new show, but I had to put it here just because this girl is the definition of a good vibe. She's just so chilled. She skates, and she has perfectly placed freckles. Just look at them. Jackie is a person you'd actually want to meet in real life and just like get to go for some Starbucks, drive around during the middle of the night, and maybe listen to some Tyler within your car. Honestly, it's a damn shame how the main character, Marco, treated this angel. I'm just glad that she found someone who ain't gonna give her none of that BS anymore that Marco was giving her. Next on the list, we got, Megara. Now, the Hercules movie on its own was great, but Megara, man, she moved this movie from a 9 to an absolute 10. I honestly don't know how they did it, but the movement Megara has in this movie gives her such a unique energy. She made Hercules, the son of a literal god, fold. This man was stuttering just trying to introduce himself.
Uh, I'm, uh,
Are you always this articulate?
Hercules. My, my name is Hercules.
Alright, so for the middle level, I'd also like to add a few honorable mentions. So we got Vanessa from Phineas and Ferb. Ferb really got the bag down on that one. Li Shang, that's a pretty cool dude. Look at that chest. Number 5, Sister. Yeah, now that one is an absolute hidden gem. And I want to say the robot from the Nickelodeon show. Right, yeah. Alright, so for the final level, the deepest of the deep, here's gonna be the most elite, the most underrated childhood crushes. These are the ones that everyone thinks, but nobody has the will to say. Until now. And first in this tier is gonna be Lola. Now, does anything else need to be said? Honestly, whoever designed the character of this movie has the vision of an entrepreneur. Back then, the only thing I cared about or knew about fish was Nemo and the occasional National Geographic documentaries that would pop up on the TV. But once I saw Lola in this movie, man, I could see myself achieving a degree in aquatic sciences. Lola is no cap one of the most attractive looking anthropomorphic beings I have ever seen in a movie. And with that, it'll make a segue into our next character. The next character on this tier is gonna be Roxanne. Now, I wanna say, in no world, in no universe, am I a furry. However, the undeniable fact of the matter is that if you ever watch the Goofy movie, which is a classic, you were probably crushing on Roxanne while watching. Let's be honest, either her or Goofy. Both are understandable, but the movie does such a good job of putting Roxanne on this high pedestal through the eyes of Max that Max's infatuation transfers into the viewers while watching this movie. This is undeniable, and if there is someone out there who denies this, they simply haven't watched the movie or they're lying. But do please go watch this movie, it's a hood classic. The next character, and hold on to your seats for this one, folks. The next character is so underrated, yet is in one of the most highly acclaimed animated films of all time. The next character has got to be Nala from Lion King. Now remember, I'm not one of these guys. I do not own a body pillow or a fur affinity account. But if there is one wish that every man has, it's for a woman to look at them the same way Nala looks at the camera in the scene. Nala made it on this list just because of this scene. Alright, the 2019 remake, it's not as good. You wanna know why? Because this scene just could not happen in that remake. But anyways, those are the main elites on this list, the bottoms of the tier. But if I had to give some honorable mentions to put next to them, it would have to be Katie from Totally Spies. She was my main. The girl from Colorado, that movie. I already mentioned Li Shang, but we're gonna put him in again. Eva from Wally. Yeah. And who else should we add? Jenny Quackles.